Welcome back, everyone, to the galaxy. We are on campaign 3, the burning of Boreal. And with this one, I'm not the game master. You see me on the right side of the screen, so I'm going to turn it over to our game master, Burger, and kick us off.
Howdy and hello. It's been quite a while. The last time we've been on this somewhat ironically named planet, our guardians of this place, of Boreal, were going forth and venturing out to William's estate, believing that they have a lead on the MKCs that have been terrorizing, raiding, and kidnapping people from their beloved colony. Before that, though, this place, Boreal, had been basically a speck of dust out at the outer edge of the galaxy, with a small mining contingent going for various archaeological dig sites here. Old machinery that can be used again, either recovered or perhaps some of the older Zro, the non artificial kind, the good stuff. Of course, this attracted a variety of individuals, scum and villainy, of course. The MKZs for that goods row, and for this plant's remoteness, a group of intelligent machinery and AI. Furthermore, now, we see a bit of a conflict brewing as these MKCs grow with more followers and a lot more MKs. A strange occurrence, and with them kidnapping people, and as said before, some uh, factions beginning to stew. Jump in now, right back where we were, following our guardians out into the dusty plains of Boreal. And particularly, you all have been set back into one of your rovers, a big tank-like carrier with 6 wheels. The last time you were in one of these, for a prolonged period of time, it got crushed like a can of cola, tossed away, and you were before a burning mine. This time, luckily, it's not nearly as bad. With you is James, William's son. Additionally, is Dust. He hitched a ride with you, believing he could be of some use, even if it is just keeping the engines warm and having a driver for you all once you get back on the ship. Keep making sure no one comes and tries to steal it or sell it to the corporate authority. That's it. Furthermore, you now have fuck, I forgot his name as well. No, the human miner who you had saved some time ago, a junkie who's been high on his own special brand, who's claimed a great many things. That being one of them being that he's been able to kill a variety of MKCs with his bare hands, and also that he is mentally ill and currently has not slept for over a week.
His name's Arnold.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's right, Arnold. So, as you all go out, the first thing I will point out is the camp. You're hooked into uh, that database that all of those intelligent AI are connected to, and you're beginning to see some panic occur on there as you're heading out. Basically, at first it was some usual posts just like this shipment is late by Mars. Mars is now 2 hours late on the shipment. No communication can be established. Then that turned to 3. And now there's some panic occurring because there has been an interception of a transmission from the corporate authority on the purchase of some Dubots, including a variety of make and models of their own machinery that have gone missing and some who haven't. But most notably, there are also some for the Mandaru, your species, as well as, strangely enough, a model quite similar to the base schematics of Mars. And that has gotten, well, everyone in quite a fuss. And that fuss turns to outrage. And that outrage turns to you receiving a report that Saturn is now in a war rig heading to William's estate. Since you understand he couldn't get into one of your colonies, William's estate is far out from them. It's the closest thing they can get to a corporate authority contact. And unfortunately, you don't quite know if they're coming for diplomatics or if they're coming with their guns hot. Second, we're going to go to Lauren here. And I know I'm doing a lot of monologuing. I will turn it over to you guys very shortly. But Lauren, you see James and he's beyond nervous. He's been doing well in your training. But the fact that he's going back to his estate, where his father's living, and that's where this tip is, he's frightened. He's scared, not just of like the possibility of his father getting hurt, but clearly of possibly disappointing his father in some way. He isn't quite looking to you to fix the situation for him, but he is just nervously tapping his leg, looking around, trying to do maintenance on his whatever weapon you set him up with to a moderately good degree.
So Alarin will look at him, like, kind of seeing the nervous energy, and he'll kind of give him a nod and go, "You iced up? You ready?"
Really as I would be.
I said, "Check your gun, check your armor, focus on what's in front of you. Don't worry about what can happen or what could happen. Just focus on what you can do."
Thanks, Matt. Sir. Thank you. I'm not going to be allowed to miss a shot when I'm on the estate. William he'd set up targets sometimes out there and have me practice. You've already seen him. He's military, and his legs bouncing more and more as he says this. I wasn't really allowed to miss a shot. Sometimes I'd spend almost a whole day in a ghillie suit out there, made from debris he had me collect, just waiting for him to call and say to take the shot on some training dummy, and I had to get within about 4 or 5 meters, or I gotta do it again the next day.
You can see Alarin. You see he fidgets a little bit at that portion, and he goes, "Well, not here to impress him today, kid. He does. We talked about what he thought of you last time, and I won't go into that again. You don't change somebody's opinion by worrying about what they're thinking. You change it by doing repeated actions again and again. So act like he's not there and show him what you can do."
Thank you, sir. And you see his foot bounces a little less. He takes a deep breath. He puts his shoulders to where like he's sitting up straight. And he tries his best to focus. I now turn it completely over to all of you. As you're making your way, you have at least probably a couple hours time to prepare for when you make contact.
Oh. Yeah, so Lauren, after kind of speaking to James, he'll kind of do the same thing he told James to do. He checks his armor, checks his pistol, gives Zayden a quick once over, and then just kind of prepares for the day.
Okay. Cam, Hicks, Four. What about all of you? And I should actually ask, who's currently driving?
That's a good question.
Do
Do
you
know
let
about piloting?
Dust drive?
Hell no.
No.
Just no.
Oh, Vaughn, you've got piloting.
Yeah, I got a piloting. I'll happily hang out behind the wheel.
Yeah, so Ix will be like checking a lot of the diagnostics of AMP, and kind of at the same time like multitasking. He pulls out like this like scraps and just starts kind of fidgeting with it, trying to make something of it, and then kind of take it back apart and try to reconfigure it as we're just going down the road.
Heck yeah.
Cam is just doom scrolling on the social media, completely oblivious to anything going on in the vehicle, and almost like a kind of an iPad kid, focused of the type, completely detached from reality and only caring about social media right now. But at least trying to find any useful information about what we should expect when we get to the estate regarding Saturn, or what the other kind of Dubots are trying to figure out.
You would know from their rubrics. You'll arrive there first, but they will legitimately not be far behind you. Probably, with how you're going, anywhere between like 15 minutes to an hour behind you, depending on exactly when Saturn left.
Trying to remember, Saturn was the number 2 in charge, right?
And he was the one who fist, right?
He was the one with the big giant fist, and they were a collectivist society. He wasn't really in charge, but everyone basically was like, he's in charge. And Mars was basically the big one who was very militaristic amongst them as well. So the two of them were basically the leaders without officially being the leaders.
Okay.
And Mars was the one that always told the truth and kind of gave away plans, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Mars was very upfront with you all, and Mars is the one who's currently missing.
Okay.
Well, fairness, I don't think he was up front. He just was bad at lying.
Yeah, that can be a fair assessment as well. And before we cut to the next scene, Warren, I want you to know, test this up front with you, and occasionally he'll point to a particularly steep rock or a place where you could do like some kind of trick, and he just is like, acknowledge. You can use that as a ramp to gain ample speed.
Oh, sorry. I'm just focused on the road. So zoning out, man.
The time passes. You make your way there, and you are treated to a grandiose estate. About, I'd say, somewhere between 50 to 40 acres of this complete contrast to the desert around you. You see green and blue and purple. These fields that have been somewhat terraformed. Nothing there is really easy to pick apart exactly where it came from, but it's some kind of vegetative growth that's producing this almost luxurious scent all along. As you drive through, you see this excellently crafted path of gravel, stepping stones that you're just driving along, and not but I'd say a couple 100 feet in front of you, in broad daylight, you see a caravan of MKZs casually strolling up this path to the estate. With them, you see it's mostly acolytes. You see as well it's some of those bigger ones that are mostly stone and that almost concrete mix, like flesh, walking along. They don't have their weapons drawn, but as they kind of see you across the horizon, they turn their heads like, "Oh shit," and begin to fumble, not expecting you to be here. And I will also say, further beyond them, probably another 100 feet beyond them, is a defense system set up there. Not as grand or as strong as the ones in your settlements, but it's still William paid some money for these. These small turret guns that are topped with those same kind of vegetation, and they've not fired on these MKZs.
Lauren will look at James and very quietly, kind of almost covering his mouth, say, "Do you have clearance to activate the security system?"
I have to make my own ride.
And Lauren just still looks at him expecting. He's like, yes or no.
No, sir.
Damn it.
Now, I'll bring up, the vehicle you're currently in is not made for combat. It can survive a few hits, but it's not made for combat. That said, if you choose to plow into the MKZs, I'm going to give you a bonus if you do choose to fight them. But alternatively, as said before, they're fumbling a little bit, but they've still not drawn their weapons. And you have yours. You have a bit of an edge on them, but you can get out and presumably talk to them. They're not a warband. They're a caravan.
Either they're traveling to the estate because they have some sort of negotiations with William to some extent that is suspicious, or they're going to the estate under the guise of a caravan but plan on attacking.
And they've not hid any insignia of themselves. These are very clearly the Khan's men.
Lauren will look and see them kind of fumbling and get a look at the rest of the group. Voren, maybe keep some distance with the car. Get that rifle of yours out. I say we try to arrest them. We don't need to go in guns blazing. These guys look incompetent. Let's play the big bad wolf card and see if they fold.
Or I keep my gun in its holster. I rev this sumbitch up.
When you say
Dust
that,
is pointing at the exact route you can take to just plow through them. But then you see Arnold just hey, guys. What if they have money on them? If we just drive through them, we can't pick their pockets.
Do they look like they have money?
I actually do this time. As I said, they have. I should have clarified. They have these caravan carts with them. They're not all made of wood, of course, but they have these carts that clearly have some kind of cargo that they're hauling.
just hear Ix go, if we kill them, yes, we can pick their pockets.
Probably better than letting them join the con, but we do need intel. Hell, Ford, you could stay in the car, and if they give us trouble, just run them right over. This way they'll probably shoot the car a little bit less too. Captain probably won't give you another one if you break a second.
There's cars all over, man. But sure, yeah, we'll try it like that. See how it plays out.
You see Arnold is pissed as he goes, you serious? We break one drill. That's coming out of our pay for the next couple months. You break a whole, what is this one? Rover? You got no one?
And this may be a silly question. Why is Arnold with us again?
Arnold knows where the entrance is
Okay.
to this tip you have from him, that there is some
Okay.
kind of secret underground pathway to a con den. Which, if you guys had not been to one yourselves beforehand, anyone else would have wrote off as crazy. And he's also claimed he's been there, and he has killed some con with his bare hands.
And this den's like by Williams Estate?
By Williams Estate, yes.
Okay. Yeah, Alarin will kind of like tell Vor, like, yeah, just slow down a bit. Don't fully stop. I'll jump out. Ix, Cam, you coming or you staying?
I will provide support.
Yeah. Ix goes, me and Amp will join. And then he'll like climb on Amp's back and be like, Amps will jump off.
Ix, to your shock and surprise, Amps gently takes you off of his back and sets you down.
You can see like Ix is genuinely stunned, like curious. Doesn't say anything though.
I'm just imagining. What? It's a shock.
You exit your vehicle, and you begin to make your way, and some of the MKCs stay with their caravan. Very few come out to meet you, but it's one of those larger ones, those puggleists that clearly used to be a dwarf, kind of like swaggers over, crosses his arms until he sees Arnold, and all of that bravado just breaks as he goes,
Oh, hell yeah, Arnold!
and Arnold just looks, I know you.
Desmond,
Oh.
So
And,
Voren's gonna use the passenger window to like kind of put his rifle on to steady it and just line things up. You know, maybe a shot or two before the vroom vroom.
Alarin's seeing him line it up too. Has his pistol drawn, he will call out in like a loud but clear voice, especially seeing the one guy reach out to Arnold. He'll go, members of the con, you are officially under arrest by authority of... What do we name? What is our name for this?
We just the colony.
This the by authority of the
the colony of Boreal.
By the authority of the colony of Boreal. Lay down your weapons, put your hands up, and everybody will be able to make it out.
under what charges?
Aiding and abetting a terrorist organization.
'Cause I fucking said so.
And Ward said so.
Before you get those cuffs out, you're going to want to hear what I have to say. Firstly, are we really on colony grounds if we're on corporate authority grounds?
Laura's, I'm not going to debate politics with you. Hands up. You all are enemy of the colony. You have taken our people hostage. Unless you have your hostages to release right now, you are an enemy of our state.
He claps his hand, and you see a shit-eating grin on his face.
Well, actually, about that, we do have some of them, and right now, we're planning to release some of them. After negotiations with the corporate authority.
So I feel Ix would know like the actual like legal definition of where their standing is. Would he know like the answer to that question? Like,
You guys absolutely have authority on these grounds, but if William was expecting them, the corporate authority might cause a bit of a kerfuffle if they were planning on purchasing something.
Just imagining
But
the dwarfism, like he's memorized the property lines.
yeah. And you see this MKC dwarf furthermore go,
We're actually here on official business for the Miners Guild.
and Arnold just narrows his eyes and just says,
You stole people from the Miners Guild. You set one of our camps on fire. Yeah, but that was before we decided we liked you. We fuck with the Miners Guild now. Instead of fucking with the Miners Guild.
Lauren takes a very deep and loud sigh.
Listen, if you interrupt what we got going on here, you're never gonna hear the end of it. Probably because you'll be dead. Because you'll be fighting us. But if you do manage on escaping somehow, you're never gonna hear the end of it.
It doesn't make any sense. If we were dead, we wouldn't hear anything.
he shrugs.
I don't know, maybe it's...
He doesn't add anything. He just makes some vague gestures towards all of y'all. As this, whether this is incompetence or not, you're not quite sure. They're bringing the caravan towards your vehicle because some of the other ones are trying to get into earshot to hear, like, what's happening? Why is this going on? As this dwarf gets a little bit more aggressive and goes,
Hey, you can try and arrest us, but you'll die. Now, I know you've taken out quite a few of us before, but those guys, they weren't me. They weren't these boys. You're going to get your asses kicked. Because when you throw a punch, all we have to do is retreat back there to those guns, and they're going to light you up.
Lauren is going to bluff. He's going to point to James, probably standing awkwardly near him. You think William's going to shoot his own kid? Do better.
Yeah,
Cam is live streaming this whole situation to the Dubot net and sends a message with a link to the live stream to Saturn.
oh shit. You hear, there is a, when Saturn sees the kind of size of the caravan there, you hear there's him send you a thing of like asking for your exact coordinates and that he'll be there in less than 5 minutes.
I'll say, Lauren, should we request backup?
Also, Lauren, give me your choice of intimidation or deception if you think William would in fact shoot his own son.
I'm not sure. I'm going to go intimidation here. So
You see this MKC dwarf, he immediately, like, his eyes go out wide, they almost got out of his socket, and he goes,
okay. I'm not supposed to tell you this, but here's what we got. Yeah, okay. You can arrest us. That's really gonna fuck some things up. You know how we take people? Yeah. That's some of the people in there. Well, you might not think of them as people. Some of those two bots.
wherever, I forget what they're called, whatever he is, points to Cam.
We got some of them. Corporate authority wanted to buy them back. They gave us a price, and we're coming to negotiate for fair working standards for the Miners Guild. Hope to get them on side. But if those get damaged, corporate authority's probably not gonna give us all that we want. Maybe this will buy them. But also, I'm not gonna pretend like I know what's happening between you and the colony's love story between the robots. So,
He shrugs.
if you want to get physical, if you want to fight, we're gonna fight with everything we got. If we don't have the guns beside us, we might die. But are you ready for the hell that comes onto you? Because I am.
When he says like over there, there's Mithario and Dubats. Where's he gesturing to or indicating?
The caravan that's getting closer to your vehicle.
All right. At that, I won't wait for a response anymore. We'll send the coordinates of that caravan to Saturn.
Like, how big is this caravan?
It's probably about two kind of what's it called? Storage vehicles. They're about the size of a truck, each of them, but it's very clear that they're not really driven. They're more so guided to a place. That most of it is basically just a big box.
Okay. So we got the Dubats and the miners, or some have, or at least a portion of the miners here. It looks like you're about to say something. I'll let you go first.
Oh, real quick. So it's been a long time. So the corporate authority, does it recognize the sentience and freedom of Dubats and Mintharo?
I'm pretty sure we established no.
So at that, you're gonna see Ix is very seldom anything but just passive, and he's gonna step forward and just say, no, that's not going to happen. The Dubats will be released or the Dubats will be destroyed, but the Dubats will not go forward.
All right. And I will give it the fact that these MKZs haven't immediately just swung on you at a certain point, even when that intimidation went through, shows you that they have either they really don't want to fight or they're genuinely scared of what happens if they do fight, meaning someone really wants this to go through.
Alarin will look at him and go, all right, we take possession of this caravan. We lock this down. We'll bring you and only you, if you disarm, to meet with William. But as Ix said, we're not giving up the Dubats, and we're getting back to miners now. You either take that deal, or he just gives a nod to Vorin with his rifle pointed.
Didn't want to do this. Boys! We got some killing to do.
And you see that dwarf stamp his fist together. Now, I knew I was forgetting something. I had a couple things prepared, including all right, if you chose to fight the Dubot, I have this cool heavy gunner I get to try out. And I knew I was forgetting something, but I couldn't figure out what.
It was the map. It was a map.
I forgot the map. Oh, 2 months, and I fucking forgot. I had it in my brain, yeah, they're gonna fight on this road with vegetation on the side and these turrets in the back. I forgot to actually fucking find the map. So
you can create a blank screen or blank scene to drop tokens on and then draw stuff on it. I've done that a few times in Foundry.
Yeah,
Get the job done.
Yeah,
when you need to.
that's what we're doing here.
One of those where time does not work in your favor because you're oh, I made that 6 weeks ago. Of course I made it. And you're no, I didn't.
I've done that before.
I lied to me.
It was in one of the Kazuya, the Pandemonium game, where I made a character block where I named the character block and I put a token image in it. And in my head, I did all the other things. I made the stats and all that. And we got to fight. I clicked on it. Oh, there's nothing in here.
Oh. All right. So imagine for a moment there's purple, green, and blue plants on the edges. And some guns in the far back. And because, let's see here. Let me get your tokens on board.
As well as the enemy tokens.
And you currently have 3 turns until Saturn arrives. And I'll give it that. Saturn, you can probably guess he's coming with his guns hot. Familiars, we got James, we got Zayden, and we got Amp. Oh yeah, Amp's big.
Oh, what? He has something special, and I completely forgot what it was, but I remember it was really cool. And it also, he might kill me. I don't remember.
He got the did we I know it's on voice. We got that written down, right? The chest thing? The boss item you got?
I thought I checked his character sheet and I did not write it down.
I'll be honest, it's been 2 months since I had those in front of me. Yo, that's
Oh,
perfect.
Kimball just hooked you up.
Oh my goodness, add Kimball to the rescue. Thank you so much. That is actually perfect. Alright. Configure.
Before you get too excited, you should know where it came from.
Where'd they come from?
LLM. Yeah. I know.
Oh.
He hand drew it really
Exactly.
fast.
Yeah. I prompted the crap out of it. Yeah. But option if you want to use it.
In this case, I will take the dark side route, the easy and fast route that gets me results.
So Keith, you think it's 1 movement per turn and it's weak to sonic damage?
Also,
I forget what else it does. Something cool on top of it, but I forgot what happens.
Oh, that's right. He can't double move.
Yeah.
I think it like
Was it the ability where
grab people. I remember it had something to do with grabbing people.
It was like
beat them
gravity
or
for
something.
sure. Yeah.
I'll go watch the video after this and figure. I remember.
I will again apologize for my lack thereof of preparedness in this case.
Oh, that one's on me.
I know because Zayden has the other one in his chest, but he's not using it. He's just holding it, I think.
Let me drop everyone's tokens again. Oh, it's small.
You can make it bigger.
I can?
Yeah, you have to. I don't have NGM privileges up. So if you go to scenes and then click like preferences or
It's configure.
configure, yeah, let me log into like Pandemonium and so I can get the GM screen.
Thank you so much for this help, and I know I just apologized for it. I'm gonna apologize again for.
Cool. No worries. Oh, I'm still wanting to boot up. Yeah, because there's a way if you go into like the configuration spot, or right where you put it, but it's on a separate screen. You can go through and change the dimensions a little bit, but don't go like too crazy because it'll make it like too stretched out. But it should work. But I'm loading up Pandemonium right now to see how that screen looks. It just takes forever to open up the game for the first time.
Oh, you could make Xcons. I'm trying to find it, and I feel blind.
It takes so long to boot up a world in Foundry. The first time you boot it up, it takes forever, but after that, like you can just jump in it. But so slow that first time. There we go. Yeah, so if you click configure and then grid, And then scene dimensions, you can make it bigger.
Oh, all right then. So if I'm just, all right, there we go. Lovely. Oh, let's see here. Now we drag tokens, and you can place yourselves up top if you like. And I shall place the MKZs. Oh, there's the second floor.
So, which one did you use to make this one, Alex?
Mid Journey.
This did really good for because like you got like a lot of the things he was describing. That was
I literally just transcribed what he was saying. Like, all right, plants, machine gun turret. I'm thinking deserty looking. So, quite literally, I'll send you the prompt. It wasn't anything crazy.
good.
I'll be honest, while my feelings on it is mixed, this is exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I have to play around with that because like, map making is my least favorite thing to do. But Incarnate works well for me, but it's just my least favorite thing to do.
If you got the cash to spare, Cheipeku is one of the best subscriptions I've used.
I'd like to be able to customize it. So it's all the reason I still make my own maps is I like to make it to whatever I want for the scenario.
I think Cheipeku just did a Kickstarter for like more of like a building or dungeon builder tool, but it's like a whole program tool they're going to program for like building out rooms that are connected and stuff like that. So,
How do I put the token down hidden?
It's
Yes, if you place
holding
it
Alt or Shift or something like that when you drop it. I think that's it. I don't remember which key exactly.
There we go. It's still the wrong token! We're gonna run with it. We're gonna run with it still. Alright. So, get yourselves in place and we shall have our combat.
Oh, you have to throw us on first.
Oh, are we not on the map?
Where's I'm not. I'll see what you know.
I had it activated. Oh, okay,
I
so let
see
me
it.
activate the Manor Fight and activate this one.
Oh no, we're
Yeah.
on the map. Which oh, okay. I see tokens now. All right. That may have been my screen.
I don't see anything yet. Let me try refreshing. It's not the normal thing when you don't have vision. It's a gray box instead of a black box.
Oh shoot. Reload then maybe.
Okay, I'm good now. Yep, I can see.
Let's see here. Create encounter. Oh, that didn't work. Let's see here. Let me try that again. Oh, shoot. Tegan, I know I asked this last time 2 months ago, but how do I add the tokens to the encounter again? I thought I remembered, but I didn't.
If you hit Control All, then right click one of the tokens, and then there'll be like a cross swords button. If you click that, it'll add us all to like the encounter.
Got it.
tab.
There we go.
Sweet.
Okay. The threat is not meant to be that. That's strange. So here, and I'm trying to find the roll all NPC button.
So if you click on the encounters, like tab, like right below chat messages, it should be like, yeah.
Thank you.
Sweet, I think. Oh, so X, we're just missing you, I think.
Hello.
What's up?
I sang hello to her, did she? We need you for the
All right,
encounter.
sorry.
Mission.
Let me do that real quick here.
You're all good.
Oh, I think it's this button. Perception, right? No, initiative. Hold on, initiative. I'm wrong button here. Wrong button. Okay,
Nice.
and there we go.
By the way, for comparison, this is the one from Copilot.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Mid Journey's worth it.
All right, it's time to get into the encounter. All right, first up. We're not counting that one. And
Well, Burger, real quick. I did look up. That's what I was doing. I was watching the old video, and so I don't know the damage on it, but if I grapple someone, I can damage them, and then if I kill them with the attack, I heal, and then if I die, not me, if Amps dies, I do the little sucky thing.
oh yeah, that's right. This time after the session, after I get my paper done, I will have that fully typed out for you.
All right. Yep.
So, Lauren, it is you. I did not begin encounter.
Perfect.
There we go.
All right. So gotta remember my really complicated action scheme now that I've got a follower. Going to use move or act together in tandem movement to move. Use Lauren's one action to move him forward. With tandem movement, that's going to move Zayden forward as well, but Zayden's slower than Lauren by 5 feet. Zayden is going to use another action to move forward as well. And then with his last act together action, he is going to try to pummel this MKZ.
God, give me that attack. That will be a critical hit. My goodness. Damn! Oh yeah, you got fatal on that. Heck yeah.
Uh,
That I'm gonna be real with you. That straight up kills him.
you see, as like Lauren kind of he does not like MKZs or addicts from his own past. So as soon as they go into combat, he yells, "Zayden, put him down quick!" As Zayden walks forward, electric fist just like sparking and just rams it through the guy's face. Electricity bursting through.
You see that dwarf you were just talking to immediately shatter into gravel, falling to the ground, and no longer being any kind of threat.
All right.
Science status? Good.
So I did not expect to kill that guy so quickly.
Neither
James
did I.
going
That's
to
impressive.
James is going to use his free action to move, and then I guess last action I'll give it to Zayden. And use move in tandem to move Zayden over here and Alarin over here. And that's all I can do.
Heck yeah. His turn is now forfeit because he is dead. So it's now Vorin. Your turn.
I'm thinking I want to aim. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. So I think I'm gonna that big guy right there.
Yep. One of the divers.
Do I not get to do it? I'm pressing
Right.
Alt T.
Drivers.
All right, and I think I'm going to take a shot.
Take that shot.
Yeesh.
That will
What's your
miss.
hero point?
Yes, you do indeed have a hero point.
I mean, all right, sure. Why not? Let's burn it. Let me get back to that. So, reroll and keep the result.
Yep. Whichever's highest. Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's a little better.
That's an upgrade.
Yeah.
That's gonna be that 20. Let's see if you also immediately kill this guy. Roll damage. Critical damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of dice. All right.
That is a horror to hear from both sides. As a player or as a DM, that's a lot of
Nice.
Okay, I have news. Whether it's good or not, you shoot him, and you basically like full on blast a hole through him with that one, but he still stands, and he looks down, his body crumbling from that, in these little like small stone pieces, and he looks back up to you at your gun hanging out the window, and he points to a hole in him and yells at you from all the way over there. You missed! You hit it! You hit me right through this hole! As his body, well, he's still alive, a stiff breeze could be enough to topple him into dust.
Nice.
The fuck.
So, no, Oh shoot! Yeah, you got one more action.
Yeah, but I don't know what I want to do with it. I guess I'll
You
reload.
Yeah. Next up, one of the drivers. He will. Let's see here. He is going to stride about to. Actually, hold on. I moved him way too far there. Let me. He will stride to about here, and he is going to use con step to step and trip. So let me roll his athletics versus Zayden real fast. Oh wow! 26 versus your fortitude plus 10.
The heel trip.
All right, you are tripped, and furthermore, he is going to grab you. So let me roll this again. Here we go. 15 versus your fortitude minus 2.
Unfortunately, that one will fail.
Alrighty then. You see this MKC dwarf just immediately come in and just stomp to take his Aiden down to the ground with that gravitational surge, and he goes to go in for that backhand with his hand open to pin him to the ground, but Zayden is just fast enough to dodge. Ix, it is your turn.
All right. So you're gonna hear him yell out, "Amps, get in the fight!" And so I will use an action to command. So it should give 2 actions to him, and Amp is gonna run up.
Because
so
you
that'll
currently
be...
do not, because you aren't benefiting from the features, because I didn't write them down, I'll let you move twice this combat.
All right, yeah, no worries. For my second one, I'm going to do explosive leap, and he is going to jump 30 feet, and I have to do a DC.
Oh shit!
Nice.
So you keep your unstable feature with that.
I
Love to
do.
see it.
And so, okay, so I will jump 30 feet. Oh no, I don't quite have enough. All right, so he will jump over on the other side of this guy. I wanted to get closer. And then as he lands, so that was 1, 2 actions. Can I... more just, I'm not sure how the order has to work. Can I break apart his command? Can I use my overdrive feature and then do his attack, or do I have to do his move and his attack as one command action?
That is a good question. I think rules is written, you have to do it all together, but I typically will allow you to break it up just to make combat more dynamic.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll do my overdrive. And so I'll make a crafting roll. Let's see what I get. Nice, 27, so success. So that, let's see, what does that give me? That gives me,
you get?
Are you sure that's not a crit success?
No, I think it's just a regular. I think I get overdrive, right?
Standard.
I think it's on level DC, and I forget what level 4 is.
You rolled it on there, and it said 27 was just a success, but
Okay.
it seems a bit
Yeah, no biggie.
high for just a success. Let me look that up.
Oh yeah, it is. Level 4 is 19, so yeah, you have to get 29. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So I get to add my intelligence modifier, half my intelligence modifier in a success. So I add 2 to the damage. And then he's going to take a swipe at this guy.
Gotta
The target.
make that swing.
Same thing. And I get to add 2 to the damage, not the roll. All right. So there we go.
That will
20.
That will indeed hit.
All right, nice. And then I'll do 2 extra. All right. So he runs up and he just suddenly just like his feet, you can see like this burst of flame shoot from his feet as he plants, jumps over him, impacts. You can kind of see the dust start to swirl up, and then he turns around and just impales MKZ behind it. And that will be my turn.
God, you see that strike into him, but this particular dwarf, this one untouched until you got to him, still stands strong. Oh, one of these guys. So you see this particular MKC acolyte is going to come up, stride into a Kong step in an attempt to knock down. My brain blanked and I forgot the name. Amps. Oh, Amps. He will attempt to knock down Amps. That will most definitely be a fail, and he'll come in with 2 swipes of his calcified claws. Here's number 1, and here's number 2. 19 and 16 versus your
Both
AC.
miss. AC of
Got it.
20.
Alright. These do indeed deal splash damage, though. Meaning, from both of these, you will be taking 1 damage each. So that'll be 2 damage to you.
All right.
Cam, it is now your turn. You are seeing a lot from the net that Saturn is definitely making his way there, and there's a lot of likes being taken your way. You're getting a lot of likes for that.
All right, I'm gonna move 20 feet here. You said one of them was like a strong wind could take it out. Which one was
Yep,
that?
this guy right here.
Oh yeah, actually, I'm gonna do another stride to get here because I'm pretty slow. And then he's gonna take a 1 action force barrage. See if that's enough. 2 damage. Is that more than a gust of wind or not quite?
I'm sorry. He had 3 HP left. So he has 2 physical resistance, right? And currently they have, I'll give it to you, 28 HP. That last one did 27, and with resistance, 25. So he's up on 1.
Alright, so more than a shot, but
'tis but a scratch.
You see this bolt launch into him, and you see it go in, and his body is literally crumbling as he speaks, as he goes.
Well,
Swaying on his feet. Well, one of his foots is now part of the ground. Do you have another action, or is that your turn?
that was all 3.
Got it. This MKZ here, after saying that, is going to shoot at Lauren. Let's see here. At blank. This guy's gonna take a shot at Lauren. I can target. Can I target? Oh. That's fine then. So 19th hit.
A 19 what?
Alright. Let me roll that damage, as you will take 1d6 plus 1 sonic. And a little bit of splash damage as well. And he will take a step and then strike at what was your summon's name again? I said it earlier.
Zayden.
Thank you. Take a strike at Zayden. You see, luckily, the resistance from these guys, they won't be. This guy does not die to the splash damage. He has the resistance of 2. But that will be a 1 damage, 1 to Zayden. I think. Does splash damage go off if it's a critical miss?
So your the calcified claws has splash damage? Oh, let's say they do a splash on there. Yeah, it goes off either way, I think.
Alright then. Zayden will take 1 damage. As you see the splash damage nearly topple the MKC driver right next to him.
Oh, actually, a crit failure does not go off. Splash this just goes off on a failure, success, or critical success.
Understood. Zayden does not take the splash damage, as you see the most embarrassing kind of show after getting a good shot off on Lauren with his mutilator. He comes in, goes for the elbow, and hits it onto a rock when he comes down. There's an audible, and we go to the next turn. It's this guy! He gets to go on 1 HP. All right. He's going to do a calcified club onto you, Zayden.
All right.
Heck yeah. Calcified club. That's going to be a miss. He is going to follow that up by a grab. 26 to grab.
That will grab him.
Alright, and he's got you grabbed, which activates Khan's Burial, rather. You are already not prone, so this will do an additional d6 damage if it hits, but it cannot crit. So that's going to be a 22 to hit. Keep in mind you're currently prone.
That'll hit.
Alright, so that's going to be 13 damage. As you see this MKZ on 1 HP come in, take his club, just miss, but he breaks his hand over to Zayden and just grabs him. How are you looking after that?
That goes to Lauren due to the summon thing, and gotta re-click it. But yeah, Lauren's alright. He's a little hurt, probably blooded.
Got it.
Just
In that
realized James doesn't have a position in combat.
Oh, he's a follower.
Oh, he goes up. Yeah.
He's a follower. Oh, okay. You have 2?
So I got a summon and a follower, which makes my action economy pretty tight. But yeah.
The follower takes an action to command, while the summoned is balancing the actions of the summoner between the two. It's actually really cool once you get into it. I've had the player do this before, aside from Tegan, and he went the Necromancer route, and it was pretty cool. So for his last action, it has to be another calcified club kit because he cannot move. So one more upon you. Oh shit. So that's going to be a crit, unfortunately. For 14 damage. As he was not kidding, he did not hear any bell, and he starts laying into Zayden with full force. Next up, we have this particular MKZ here, who's going to start shooting at amps. Let's see. One range mutilator attack.
Alright, that miss. Oh,
However,
almost.
it does have splash damage, so he would
Alright.
see this MKZ here take that splash damage, and when he does, he takes a lot of damage. He gets severely hurt from that, and immediately turns his head back and goes, "Just get into melee, you stupid bastard!"
Alright, that splash
And-
is one damage.
Yep, the splash is 1 damage, but you saw from the MKCs, they are weak to Sonic. So that splash did a lot too. So this guy will listen to what was just said there, take a movement, and swing at amps. For 15 to hit.
That will miss. But I'll take one more splash damage.
Got it. Let's see here. Next round. Aloran!
Alright, so they're going to use Act together with Zayden. Zayden is going to maybe foolishly try to take this guy alive.
Oh. So that's going to be for non-lethal, unless you have an attack that's non-lethal, going to be a -2.
I do, I've got an unarmed attack.
Oh, heck yeah! So in that case, make your strike. That will just hit
Nice.
exactly his AC. Take him down. What? Now take him down.
Yeah, so Zayden, this guy's got him pinned to the ground, but he just reaches up and clocks him with a meaty metal fist. No electricity sparking off of it, sending that dwarf falling to the ground.
You see this dwarf get that hit, and this man with a hole in his chest and crumbling, survives to tumble back, and you are no longer grabbed.
Perfect. And then for my action with Lauren, I am going to cast Force Barrage on this guy over here.
Which guy?
This one.
Oh, this was the one you just knocked out.
Oh, is he the one that was on this one over here then?
Yeah, so top guy. This one for that. That'll go into him, and he'll take that damage. 2 and 4.
Perfect. And then Zayden will spend their last action to stand up. And then James will use his free companion action. I think he's close enough. Yeah, he's gonna take a shot. So you see the Arquin kind of unsteady on his feet, kind of hesitating, but lines up a shot with his pistol. But he'll
That
miss.
will unfortunately just miss. Unless you want to spend your hero point to have him not miss anything.
I'm not using the hero point yet. Maybe if James misses his last shot, I'll give it to him, but not yet.
Would he be untrained in his pistol?
You shouldn't be untrained.
Oh, he's untrained in there. Yeah, that should be a hit.
Why didn't you give him his proficiency then? Because what was his proficiency? He's still level 4, so I'll figure that out.
Give me some damage.
It's very minimal damage.
He will unfortunately do 0 damage. He gets that shot off and completely absorbed into the NKZ.
It does. Oh, if it takes damage, so yeah, completely absorbed, so it doesn't matter.
And as he gets that shot off, you guys can see over the horizon the war rig of Saturn. This combat vehicle that's a little bit bigger than your rover, just blazing over the horizon. Its guns are ready. This giant turret on its head, and these smaller assault rifles on the top as well. The thing is almost like a tank in a way. It is blazing towards William's estate. And you see Saturn hanging out the side of it, along with what seems to be some pretty heavy-duty do-bots right behind him. But you notice that the vehicle is not heading exactly towards you. It's heading towards William's estate. All right, Vorin, it's your turn.
I'm just imagining like lining up the shot on the one that was knocked out and shooting him. Like, I saw his chest rise. Don't worry, you're good now. But I feel like that'd be needlessly cruel. How is this fella right here doing?
He's starting to be around half health.
All right, I'm gonna.
Actually, no. I expected to say he is bloody.
And that
So
guy
he might
is
get-
honest. That guy's down. Just take
Yep.
a little nap. All right, so I'm gonna use that to aim. There we go. And fire.
That will hit. Give me some damage.
Okay. And that did not.
You see that pop into him. He's a little bit hit by it, but not quite enough to take him down. He's still barely on his feet.
Okay, but he is off guard.
Nice.
Until my
I assume last action to reload.
Yeah. That's a safe assumption. Click,
He's
click.
gonna turn. As it goes through that particular driver's turn, he's gonna turn around. See that Satan's up. He has another do-bot behind him. He's gonna use Con Step to get out of Satan's reach while trying to trip Amps. Uh, 22 versus Amps Fortitude plus 10.
Fortitude plus. So his fortitude is 11.
So that will,
got him.
in fact, trip Amps. And this will be followed up by a calcified club, which is just his fist coming down. That will very much still miss, but he will still go for a grapple.
All right.
And this will be versus his. Unfortunately, I think meets it beats it there. It would be his fortitude -2 since he's prone.
Yep. So that'll be 19. So you got him.
Yep,
So
so
he is
you're
prone
grappled,
and grappled. Let me get
which
the
activates Khan's Burial as the driver puts his hand onto Amps as Amps is brought to the ground for a near lethal stomp. That's going to be a hit. Amps was already on the ground, so this will do an additional 1d6. Oh! Oh! So that's going to be a 16 damage. Rolled a little bit hot right there onto Amps.
All right. So 16.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. He
So
is.
you basically... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say he's almost bloodied. So.
Got it. You basically see this MKC do a combat roll, stomp the ground with that same gravitonic force, bringing up a rocks underneath Amp to trip him, followed by that club down, just missed, but he got his hand onto Amp and he just shoved him up further into the ground.
All right.
I assume you're not letting that one slide.
No, you're gonna see Amps as he's on the ground and he's got a hold of him. Amps is just gonna start blinking red, and then it's just gonna continuously just blink faster, and he is going to explode.
Alrighty
that
then.
will
Good,
hit
perfect
all
placement.
4 people by him.
Hell yeah! Alright, give me that damage. That might be...
All right.
That's a decent chance of taking out more than a few people. Oh, damn. So, unless he critically saves, that will take out the driver. So, let me get the driver's reflex save. Nah, he's down.
Nice.
Then, we have the acolytes. We continue to have the acolytes. And one more Vex is not their strong suit. Oh goodness, they all failed. So you're going to kill 2 people with this one. Tell me how that looks as you basically turn to dust an acolyte. And wait, actually, let me double check the acolytes thing. No! Oh my goodness, no! You killed them all.
Nice.
So you just see
These are the
this.
regular variant. They only have the 15 HP.
Nice. So you see this this guy, like he's got Amps pinned to the ground and he's just pummeling on him, and as he raises his fist you just hear beep beep beep, and then just boom, and nothing but just smoke, and at the end of it all you see is Amps just stand back up. And I do have to roll my flat check. Oh, I was like, is that another?
I looked like it almost hit 20 again.
Yeah.
That's all of them. So, that would be enough. However, you see that breaking out from one of the carts, kind of clawing its way out and sticking its head out, is one of those hellhounds. This one's quite smaller than the one that you faced before, as if it's a bit more undercooked. As it begins to crawl its way out, it sees all the other MKZs either dead or unconscious, and its small, like, going back all the way to its shoulders, opens and closes a few times, and it slinks back to its containment. Its lack there of eyes staring back at you. It even takes its claws and scrapes it against its where it tore itself out and pulls the metal back, leaving these deep gouges. While its hands kind of go back into there. It's almost like an ambush predator, saying that its time isn't quite yet, rather than a retreating thing.
I'm gonna shoot that damn dog, man.
You are actually out of combat. You killed them all,
Not the
save
dog.
for one, actually. What'd you say?
I said not the dog, though.
Not the dog.
The dog is currently contained. So long as you don't go in front of the hole it made, you know it's not going to jump out at you. If you come from the hole it made, combat will be back on. However, as we exile combat here, you would see that Warwick, as it's coming through, you'd hear these small, almost explosion-like sounds, one after another. Boom, 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 boom. And you look over there and you see these Dubots with jetpacks firing as they each land. So Saturn, rather than a jetpack, you see that giant fist of his. That boom was him breaking some kind of like sound barrier, something of that, as he just punched forward to move his entire body. And he lands, his cloak billowing away from him, standing up with his fist into the ground, and you see those eyes blaze into that caravan, looks over to you and what you've done. He looks specifically to you, Cam, and nods to you with a great deal of respect as you see these much heavier duty Dubots than you thought these individuals had. Their weapons are about as big as you are, Ix. It's about the size of two Ix stacked on top of each other. And they move out. And in this armor that actually is not even integrated into them, try and contain this caravan. And you see Saturn like half walk, half like having this big hand come out and pull himself forward, come over to all of you and say,
What you have done here today, I thank you for it. We will take it from here. You can return to your settlements, your colony. There will not be another reason to return to this land or what will be left of it.
That wasn't the deal. Williams are, at least for now, useful to us. You got your people back. You owe us.
you see his eyes narrow a bit as he goes.
Yeah.
And Cam, you're actually getting this on the fact that they confirmed that Mars is not with them, but some of Mars's guards are currently deactivated in some of the caravan, as well as some more men down. As Saturn looks to you, Lara, and he goes,
We owe you for letting our people within your walls. For this we do not. This was our common enemy making a deal with the corporate authority to sell our people back.
And we stopped.
For that, we thank you and allow you to leave. I can promise William will not be killed, but we will have our answers. And we will commandeer this land for the time being.
So Ix will walk up and he goes, but we have one more common enemy that we should probably deal with first. We have information that there might be a Khan den. Would you like to join us there? And then we'll talk about the Will compound after.
This takes priority and requires my attention. However, for the Khan den, I can supply you some of my men. Where will it be? How many miles out from here?
and this is where Arnold speaks up, coming out of the truck, probably at the worst time, and he just goes,
Oh, no miles. It's like right behind the place. Like probably like right behind the mansion. Yeah, we Minus Guild has had a few meetings over here. Pretty rare, but kind of one time I sneak out here. A pretty long walk, a couple hours, but yeah, you can just get into it.
Lauren will go, these aren't all of your captured people. These aren't all of our, even our captured people. William doesn't have them, isn't getting your people back, and apparently your missing leader, or missing militaristic force, Mars, back, more important than punishing William.
Mars is not here. Additionally, we sense no non-MK life within the caravan.
But these people were held where the rest were. I've got one of the, you kind of seen kick the dwarf's body. We took one of them alive. Your people were in there as well. Their sensors may have caught something. Better to interrogate the people. We can utilize it to pressure William into providing more support from the corporate authority and keep everything moving.
You see him consider for a moment. Give me a diplomacy check. And you'll have a +2 to this thanks to what Cam did. Telling them about this melee and giving the coordinates.
Perfect.
You'd see him consider for a moment. And he'd think for a while. Which, Cam, you know, that's a lot of processing to be doing. And he finally goes,
We will still see to the occupation of this land, but it is no longer the priority. The priority is having Mars returned to us. As such, I will allot the majority of my men to your expedition to this content. I will retreat for the time being, but I will be taking William with me. If he fires upon me and my men, we will use non-lethal force, but we will be taking him.
Lauren looked to X, Vorn, and Cam and see what they think.
It's a lot of yapping.
basically, to summarize this, Saturn is basically saying, he was buying our people. We need answers. We're not leaving without them, but you're right. Other things take priority. We won't occupy his estate, but instead we'll give you those men to check out that den.
I mean, I just don't like being told what to do. I don't like this whole I say things and you do them. Doesn't sit good. It's like
You
sour
can
milk.
choose to get the boss fight for Saturn. If you want to make this a mostly combat-heavy session, we can do that.
Cam says, I've identified a personal objective. Prevent the corporate authority from acquiring more Tubots and Mintharu like myself so that others won't have to go through what I had to go through. This situation was an opportunity to pursue that objective. Going to the cons den seems like another opportunity to pursue that objective. Letting Saturn take William doesn't seem opposed to the objective.
James, however, speak up and say,
We're not letting this bucket of balls stick, my dad.
Lauren will look at Saturn and go, "We'll take him into our custody. He doesn't have your people, you know that. If you want him punished, we can punish him under colony laws."
You do not know how many of our people he has. No. We will take him. We will return him to you alive. If you need, you can send some of your officers to our own colony, like we've done with our civilians to yours, to make sure his treatment is.
And there's a long pause before he says,
ethical.
Hicks, I think it'll be our tiebreaker. Where are you going?
I don't think Ix wants to fight this. I don't think he wants to give him William, but I don't think he's willing to fight. So I think Ix would say, yes, if you take William, just remember that you are correct, that the colony also has some of your people. So treat William well and ensure that he gets back to us.
and I'll make this directly clear to all of you. Right now, you're making a choice that some of these factions are going to remember. Right? Will you take up the corporate authority side? Which is the side you actually don't know a lot of. You haven't heard William's side of things. Other from he may have been buying some bots back. Or are you taking the planetary? What's the name? Oh no! I made the faction. The of planetary systems. Oh.
That was a good point. We haven't heard anything from William. Like, we just had a bunch of addicts say, "Hey, we're gonna go sell some Doobots to this guy."
Yeah, no, that's what you've heard. You've heard the con side of like, "Hey, we're going here." They weren't even like super thrilled about talking about to William. They were basically saying like, "We're here to talk to the corporate authority. That's why we're here. We're selling some things, trying to make some demands."
Actually, that's a good point. Can I redo my theory?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think Ix, kind of realizing that, would say, what if we all go talk to William together?
Recognize that if you come with us, that there is a high chance you will be fired upon.
Let us go in first. We'll talk him down. As long as you promise there won't be violence unless we all agree, we'll make sure he does not initiate the violence.
Give me a intimidation or diplomacy of your choice. No bonus, no negative, and this will be a hard DC.
All right. Gonna use my hero point.
Unfortunately, you would see him. He'd consider it for only a moment, and he just goes,
We go in together, I go in alone. You will not go in first.
Ix just sighs that. Says, well, if you take William, just remember that you cannot hide behind the fact that you are mere a robot, because you are a sentient being making a choice. And remember that. This is your choice. And then he would
actually nod in
allow it.
respect to you for that, but also look a little bit solemn, like, yeah, this is a choice. And he's making that choice as he goes.
I am Saturn, I am war.
And you see his fists grip, and you see those wires all around his body. Some of them come up and almost rise like vines or flowers, and little dots on them glow. Go bump, 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 bump. And you see those guns, those turrets. They turn on each other instead of being pointed towards his own vehicles, and you just hear firing start as the turrets shred each other as his war rigs move on. and enter into William's estates.
Oh, he would have messed us up.
He is a boss fight. He is indeed a boss fight. And you see he all of a sudden he rocks back his fist and he punches forward, and you see him when he does that, there is that boom again as he goes into the air, and he almost spirals as he does and does it again to get even more distance. And at the same time, those heavy troops, you see one or two of them following him with those jetpacks, but then some of them come up to you and they don't point their weapons at you, they nod at you. They're coming with you wherever you go. They're coming with you to the den. And
As Saturn starts doing that whole big maneuver thing, Voren's kind of leading him a bit with the rifle. Just. Need a bigger boat. I need a bigger gun.
These are the units following you, and these are Dubots that are heavily armored, not even integrated armor, just heavily armored, with these guns as big as a person. And again, you were not aware that they had this kind of firepower with them. These guns seem to be hooked up to some kind of generator on their back. It seems that they have both some kind of kinetic energy they can burst out, but also some kind of electrical. And they're coming with you. They're supporting you.
Ix goes over and kind of gives him like a little look over, and then goes and like sizes it up to see if it would fit on Amp. He goes, maybe next time.
And the one you do that for goes, acknowledged. We'll start to actually talk to you about some of the specific specs of the gun. As you all, I'd assume, get back into your vehicle and continue forth.
As we travel, I will try to repair Amp, and I do have quick repair, so I can do it in 1 minute.
Actually, since you went with these guys, they are going to. Let's see here. This won't be healing. Basically, any ammunition you used for that fight is restored, and any spell slots you may have used. They have some technological doodads and bits and parts that kind of make up for what you've lost, what you're getting into. For anyone who wants to do some healing, now's the time. You got about 10 minutes to heal or refocus.
Does their doodads fix my unstable condition for failing my overdrive?
I will allow it.
Nice. All
You
right.
said spell slots?
Yes, spell slots. They're basically giving you as much tech as they can for allowing for you guys, even though it's trepidatious, hesitantly, for not actively opposing them for going after William. You had your holdups about it, but you guys represent the colony in a way. You didn't try and fight them. Even though you made it clear there's going to be some real consequences to this.
Anybody else feels like we're getting a thank you card after being bullied?
Lauren will nod and go, that's the last time they make a decision for us.
Yeah.
You see Dust come up and kind of nod to that for a second, and then he thinks. And then goes, I find that your decision was logical. Fighting Saturn is a death sentence. Period.
Yeah, for him. Ah. God.
Dust's head turns to you, and for the second time, Warren, you see that kind of intent in his eyes, as if he wants to strangle you.
Cam says, I fail to see the downside in improving our relationship with the Dubots.
Are you making a joke? I don't know. I mean,
Uh,
because of the eye thing. Never mind.
if I were to make a joke, it'd be a better one. Than
That is Warren genuinely. Is that a joke? I like it. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Gosh, but yeah, no. After seeing that display of look at how fucking tough I am. Warren's thinking he should get a bigger gun.
Lauren Okaplat again goes, they don't really treat their friends well. Either Mars or Saturn. They're supposed to be a collective society. Anytime we've dealt with them, they try to tell us how we're going to react or threaten us in some type of way.
We're going to be friends or else.
Pretty much.
given those two alternatives, I'd prefer to be friends.
Yeah, it's just like being their hostage, but they're nicer about it.
You see one of those Dubots actually step up and go, acknowledged. Our human to Dubot relations is suboptimal. We have not put any resources into establishment beyond what has been done by Saturn and Mars. This is because it has been deemed suboptimal to survival until recently.
Some part of me just wants to turn to him. Who the fuck was talking to you, Clanker?
Damn!
But no, that was the immediate like.
The malicious intent emanating from Foreign, matching the malicious intent emanating from Dust. As you all make your way to that den, you are beginning to hear more and more gunfire and laser fire from in William's estate, and James looks very worried about this, but he also looks to the multiple Dubots with y'all, and he knows he can't take them all with himself, and he keeps looking back to you, Lauren, and he looks rough. But you make your way to this den's entrance. It's quite hidden. Into some of the Dubots just bursted open with a blaze of gunfire and arcing lightning, and you have this opening. You can start moving through on foot. This what looks like this, as if someone had punched a hole into the earth, as if a god itself had just ripped into the ground. This looks like it was done by that hiss. It's big enough for him. And it's just small, too small for your rover, but big enough where you're on foot. It's cavernous. And you see that this one has a lot of work that's been done to it. The walls are not barren. Instead, they are covered with flyers and posters, some of which are machine made, like they've been printed off, and others look as though they've been hand drawn, of fighters and warriors and up and coming quote unquote generals or captains, things of that like. And you see a lot of them aren't from Boreal, but some of them are. You recognize these names of people you protected in the past. You recognize on the wall, one of them is one of the names of the miners that was kidnapped recently. And again, you know he was not, like, those miners weren't MKs. And as you go further in, you hear chanting, you hear hollering, and it's not long until you come across what is basically this, like, this pseudo-military setup. It's hard to say. It's hewn rock as though it was like putty by someone just morphing it as a wall, and there's this huge door of dwarven make, and you see this guy standing out there literally huffing Zro as you all walk up, and he's whoa,
Whoa, Arnold! Arnold, holy shit, Arnold, you brought some good shit. Here now, some flyers. Hey, are those guardians? No, it doesn't matter. You're gonna fuck some shit up, right?
Acknowledged.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've not heard that in a long while.
And you see him bring out his mutilator to you, Cam. And the mutilator hovers out of his hand. And you see the body go a little bit limp, and that voice still comes out. As he goes,
Yeah, oh my goodness, I've not heard acknowledged in a long time. It's good to see you. You connected to that hell space still?
as this body is standing, the head's kind of lulled, as this Mandaru is talking to you, hooked up to this MKZ.
So we broke into the MKZ den right now.
Yep.
They-
And the
Did they
first
look at
thing they
shooters?
said,
Okay.
no, they're not shooting at you. There's a guy at the door. One guy. Not an army, not anything. A guy at the door who is currently doing drugs, and his gun is now either talking for him or the gun's the one talking to begin with, and he's already talking about letting you in, so long as, in his own words, say that you're going to fuck shit up. And Arnold just looks like this is normal. As he just around this time is also taking his own hit of something and going, "Oh yeah!" in the background. And you're not the only one confused. The dude bots around you are looking at each other and to you like, what the fuck?
Lauren just has like a complete confused place. He gives a look to Vorin and just like lifts his shoulders up.
Yeah. Just come in, kill, shoot, maim. If you die, you die. You deserve it. If you live, fuck yeah. Take some throw. Hey, here.
As you see him reach around, like the body, as this Mandaru, this mutilated, that you've seen before, like these usually are either subjugated or maddened. This one, though, seems to be controlling the body. As the body turn around, pull out some bags of throat, and he tosses them at your feet. It's synthetic by the looks of it, not the good stuff, but he still tosses them at your feet like it's something they can just give out. And it just goes,
Listen, we got some fights going on. I got some fights that could work out. Came at a good time. Apparently, we just heard from the site, from like the telepath, right? Those idiots fucked up the delivery. Oh, it's caused quite the riot.
You see Lauren kind of catching up a little bit, and he goes, "The delivery. Yeah, we heard a little bit about that. It was only half the order, though, right? The other half's here."
Yeah, how'd you know about that? Oh, they probably told you. I can't tell. Are you like a spy for us? Or... I don't care. Yeah, about half of it's here. We're still chewing through that, like, big old pile of Mandaru, though. That thing. Oh, it's finally like hell.
Go ahead, Vorin.
No, that's all I got. Just, motherfucker, what?
yeah, no, he's just spilling the beans. You see him, he's literally beginning to open this big gate for you. You've shown no credentials. He's literally doesn't even know that you're a part of the Khan's guides. He's just letting you in.
So you see, Ix just starts walking up and just like in the most Ix way ever goes, "Yeah, I will fuck shit up." And then he just tries to walk
Look,
in.
yeah!
As you open this, he opens this door. You are hit with the heaviest, like kind of this heavy, deep mosh pit music, this like EDM just blaring. You hear basically the sounds of space and gravity welling. You see the rocks flying. It's basically this constant riot. You see further up, this is like the entirety of William's estate has this almost underground city underneath it. And you see what seems like this coliseum, again, hewn from rock, in there, and you hear fighting, a lot of it. And there's just NPCs everywhere, far more than you thought they had. It's not in the hundreds, it's probably coming up to the thousands, just barely. This is not something you were prepared for. This was not something you were coming in here like, yeah, like this is enough that if like they couldn't like take all the settlements right now, but they have an army when you thought they were a king. And you get hit with this style of like of just this underground city, this what's essentially a giant drug den, and they've just welcomed you with open arms. And before we get into anything more, it's time for a bio break. When we get back, we're getting into the con.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody in 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Woof.
Welcome everyone back to part 2. Turn it back over to Bert.
You are immediately hit with this den of drugs and villainy, these dredge of the most lowlifes of lowlifes, MKZs, as they rip the fabric of reality asunder here. You can feel gravity shift and change. These MKZs you see all around are not quite as strong as the ones you fought before. While you've mopped the floor with them, if these were to gain a power spike, it would mean a ruin. There's probably 1,500 just here alone in this just hewn from rock underground city. Everything is decorated in some manner of way, as everyone has tried their own ways of establishing themselves here. You see fist fights, brawls, people either killing each other or duking it out, or some even fight each other, then laugh and join together and fight others. It's a constant torrent of just war here. And the thing is, they're not trying to kill you. You can just pass through. If you don't pick a fight with anyone in particular, for the most part, they stick away from you. Occasionally, one of the dubots you have to shoot someone in the head or blow them apart. Some of them don't die from this. Taking whatever they lost and putting it back, even. And they leave you be. And as you move through, this place just gets louder and louder. And as you get closer to that center coliseum that seems to almost be drawing you closer and closer, you can almost hear this whisper in your head grow louder and louder. This announcer calling in fights and painting these pictures with these words of what's happening in that coliseum. And it takes some greater willpower, but slowly you are able to gain some of that free will autonomy to choose where the hell you're going. Even the Dubots were not immune to this drawn-in thing, but when that announcer finally stops, you're able to really ground yourselves again and just look around you and know, like, this place is fucked. And I want to zone in specifically to you, Alarm. Because you're surrounded by it. Zro, addicts, chaos, all that you meant to get away from. You see what for you in your past life would have been a heaven, and for what may be a hell for you now. How are you holding up?
Lauren, he's doing better than he did with the hearts. The hearts were temptation. This is like seeing, like, this is like dealing with your drunk friend when you're sober. Like, this is like, it's so irritating to him. This is like almost infuriating. This is like proving why he did better at stopping Zero. So he is just furious, looking from person to person as they're kind of just hedonistically using Zero and just chaotically just fighting and living in there. He is looking around like right now, so he's angry. He's using that to kind of keep himself focused. He's trying to see if he can spot like any, like, where it looks like there may be cages or prisons, or try to spot like any humans or people that may not look like their own Zero or the Mintharo that we're looking for. Oh, he'll also yell at the Dubots to stop shooting people because we're hopelessly outnumbered.
Yeah, fair enough. They will abide by that, and you don't see anyone not on Zero. You don't see any cages. You see that Coliseum. And if you had to guess where they keep people, it's got to be that Coliseum. Furthermore, I will pick on Cam here. Because Cam, as you're going through this place, your connection kind of hazes out with the rest of the Dubots. And you have one MKZ approach you and just go, Oh, hey, 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 hey. You're one of those Bandara. You can process throat. You can process that good stuff. You can become a mutilator. Why not join with me? Get hooked up to my heart. Feel the throat pump through you. And if you are strong, then I am God, and you get stronger. But if you are weak, and I am strong, and I get my very own mutilator, why not give it a try?
I don't see any potential benefits to accepting your offer.
Are you calling me weak?
Yes.
And you see at that he's about to like raise his fist, but you see this MKC driver. That's not a dwarf. You're not sure what he is. He doesn't look like he was anything beforehand. It's almost humanoid, but instead of like a face, he just has these three dots that blip, 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 blip. It seems more mechanical in nature, and he grabs this guy by the head, just like picks him up and just throws him and nods at you like,
It was weak. You don't need an acolyte. You need only your might.
he flexes.
Stay strong.
And he walks off! Like that was a reasonable interaction.
Lauren just sighs, like just gives this long suffering.
And as you sigh again, you find yourself drawn to that Colosseum. But as you get closer, you begin to realize that there are these smaller buildings kind of like bubbled out from it. Again, as if hewn with gravity. And some of these buildings take your interest. Like, they don't look like prisons. They look like armories. And you see a pen full of hellhounds. Or pups, rather. You see what is essentially these very small hellhounds, about the size of around the length of 5 feet. They don't really have a tail yet. You see, they don't even have a shell yet. They're kind of like this, like jelly. But upon each one of them is like this human face on their forehead that doesn't have too many features, and they're just like skittering around each other. And you see this MKC whose limbs are kind of turned into tendrils, and on the end of each of them is this flail-like thing. He looks to be at some point human, and these tendrils curl up as it goes. Kind of calls to you like, "Come, come! I feel it within you. You're not MKCs. You're not. You don't have power. You don't have strength. Come over here. Now, if you please. Kindly. Here. For power."
So X turns around to Cam as we're walking and just says, are you streaming this? You might want to stream this.
I think Cam was kind of caught off guard by everything going on here at first, but with Ix's reminder, like, yes. And starts recording everything.
You feel when you go to try and record things, it's got a bit of interference, but you can record it. You can't stream it, but you can definitely record it.
Okay, I'll do that.
And X just kind of shakes his head and goes, I know I'm weird, so maybe I don't understand, but this is odd, right?
Lauren gives a deep nod. He goes, "Very weird, X. Very weird."
Hey, I was right.
Acknowledged.
He just walks forward.
Amp stops for a second, and you see that Mon is just open and close and open and close as his eyes are just stared at that guy, saying, "Come here, come here." Ix, do you pull Amp away?
No, I look at Amps and I say, Amp, it is your choice.
He just stands there looking. He doesn't go as far as to step towards him, just looks. But amongst the armories, beyond what that one guy is selling, those smaller hellhounds, you see more of those hewn rocks. There's no beds here. I'm not sure how many of these people even sleep. You see... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, they are just taking space meth and fighting it out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's go.
You don't really see guns, per se. You see what might have been MKZs. These heavy-duty rifles that are nearly the size of the guns that your very own Dubots are carrying right now. These living weapons, similar to how they did the Mandari, hang from the walls. No one is there to stop anyone from grabbing them, but you do see littered around that area statues of MKCs. Statues where their hands are gone, but nearly all the guns still remain.
I'm just imagining that stupid meme of like, oh, like that can't stop me. I don't know how to read.
Oh, you very much can. Try and take the gun yourself if you so wish.
Is it something that Warren could wield?
Yeah. It isn't one of those things that hooks up to inside you. Not like the mutilators. And also, I will kind of give a little peek behind the screen. Some of these things I'm describing are also a little bit of a hint to some of the more elite enemies you may fight of the con.
Wait, so this thing, it's like a weapon that connects to the person?
No, that would be the mutilators. This
Okay.
big old gun here, it's just if you can pick it up and shoot it by the looks of it. And it's about the size, I'd say it's about 4 foot long. It looks as though at one point it used to be maybe a person. That changed into it. It looks very heavy duty.
That's disturbing as shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me one.
Would Ix know anything about this just by looking at it?
Give me an occult roll, if you so wish. And Warren, you'll go up. No one stops you. You only hear this boom, 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 boom from each of the guns as it's all in sync. It's boom, 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 boom. And do you pick one up?
Just looking around, though. Is the rest of the party looking at Warren?
Cam would advise against interfacing with any of the objects found here. My newly identified objective in this location is to record, observe, and return safely to the colony with as much information about what's going on here as possible.
I'm not going to interface. I'm just going to pick it up.
Those are indistinguishable.
Would a 17 give me any information on it?
You look at it. It probably shoots a really big bullet. Unfortunately, that's as much as I can give you at that one. It's not a crit fail, but unfortunately, that will be a failure.
All right, yeah. So I'll just say to Voran, that isn't of a mechanical nature that I'm used to. I don't know much about it.
How much do you think the bullets cost for this thing?
Probably more than your salary.
Maybe. But if you've got a gun this big, I can steal my salary.
You hear someone yell out from, like, still in earshot, but a bit of a distance, but like, "That's the spirit!"
So greed is going to dissipate a little bit. And I guess you said there were statues that were missing their hands.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you take it?
Are they statues?
Do you take the gun?
I don't know. Is it? It's like, are they statues or are they some weird MKZ corpse thing?
Indistinguishable.
All right.
I was gonna say same thing.
Yeah. All right. So
You're just talking about needing a big gun. I'm the devil on my shoulder. I'm tempting you. I'm tempting you.
I know. Like, what if I use one of the statue corpses to move the gun?
That, I'm going to tell you outright. Normally, I follow up with like, you could, but like, it's a pick up or a down here.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to.
Think of the pros and cons. So the pro, you could get a really cool gun.
You could
con,
be really cool.
You will definitely lose your hands.
I need my hands to shoot my gun.
You need you guys to shoot this gun, though, most likely.
Yeah. Man, this gun probably sucks anyway. Sour grapes. Let's go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm trying to lose my hands for some pew pew. What am I? An idiot? Yes, but not that big of an idiot.
You see one of the MKZs as you leave going like, coward. And he grabs the gun, picks it up off the thing, gets about 2 steps as he's turning to stone. As like you see the gun literally like its barrel like cringes up, opens up like a mouth, and a tongue comes out, comes over, takes out its heart. Specifically, not its like actual heart, but like that MKC style of heart you've seen over and over again, and slips it, and it looks like it like charges fully, and the guy turns to a statue. The hands break off because the gun's so heavy. The gun doesn't hit the floor. It gravitates, opens up, spits the heart back out, and floats back to the hangar it was on.
Wait a minute.
That could have been you.
Or
But
it's now loaded.
Yeah, and not to mention, I don't do the. I'm not a fucking Z fiend, buddy. Hey, wait a minute.
Going once. Going twice.
Hey, Dust.
Dust comes up.
This way.
Do you have Dust pick up the gun?
I'll explain the situation and see if he wants to risk it.
He goes for the gun. He goes, what do you mean? This is the investigator. He's going to figure it out. Like, you see him go over to that same gun.
So you get the Papa Spider robot, the big gun.
That tongue, it cringes again, opens its maw, and rather than going towards Dust's chest, it goes, looks for a second, and then snaps back at that heart and spat out, slips it back in, and it warms up fast. And you see Dust, he looks at it for a second, points it up, and boom! And it's a continuous beam that just blares out. Dust actually, you see him like, his body is pushed back a little bit into the ground when he does that, followed by a boom, as a big ass, like, gravitonic burst just flows out, as if that beam was just a targeting. It still left a mark in the ceiling, all that way up there. As he looks at that, he looks at this gun. It's still loaded, mind you. It's fully loaded. Like, that was just one shot. And he looks at it. And he looks back at you. And then the gun goes, slow. And he looks back at the gun. And he gently sets it onto... Like, this is probably the most human motion you've seen Dust perform, as he cringes his whole body and gently sets it down on the ground in front of you, in case you want that. But he wants nothing more to do with it. And I did a bit of a silly throw, but it's more of this, like, echoing reverb thing of just almost in your head.
So did we really just go ask the murder robot to go pick up the gun that recharges by eating people's hearts?
And that said murder robot was like, no, that's too much for even me.
The murder robot who Laura's still not sure why we didn't put him in jail.
Like, why is he here?
Because he didn't do it.
That one.
He admitted to murder prior.
Okay, well, he
The colony during the prior murders.
where are the charges anyway? You know, habeas corpus. Where the bodies at?
All right, do you want the gun?
Goddamn right I do. I'm gonna pick that thing up. All right, let's see
You
what
pick
happens.
up the gun. Its tongue comes out. It pats onto your chest a few times. It does not take your heart and slips back in. And
All right, Lauren, don't touch my gun.
Laura grits his teeth at that. He goes, "It's gonna get hungry one day, and it may be the heart that's not filled with straw."
Yeah, that's. Well, we'll find that day eventually, but man, look at where we are. This thing's never gonna go fucking hungry. She's just. Somebody pisses me off, I'm gonna throw the gun at him.
you hear again from a distance. That's the spirit!
What the word? Anyway, yeah. If you ever run into a situation where, you know, this guy, this one of the zero users is pissing us off, I'll just say, hey, can you hold this gun for a second? And there you go.
And the last stop before you get to the Coliseum, and I also reveal my hand. Each one of these smaller interactions, it was a potential for your character to get a MT style, well, for its own, you know, kind of consequences of it's an MKZ style buff. For its case, the murder gun.
It's do you want to delete an MKZ?
Pretty much.
It's just
What do you
fucking
feed it? Throw
yeah.
out of the chest of my enemies.
Yeah. I'm just imagining, like, after a fight, like, just like poking at a corpse with the gun. Like, you want that one, buddy?
It's just like trying to feed a dog. Like, all right, do you want this? No.
No.
What about the peanut butter one? Take
No.
your medicine.
You only like it when they're fresh? God, this fucking gun. God. Okay.
And the last one. We've had one for Ix. We've had one for Cam. Now Lauren. As you get closer, basically at the entrance of this place, there is an MKC standing there. And you see this thing. Again, it doesn't look like it was initially human. This looks like it was something else at some point. And you're not able to tell at first, but then you get a really good look at it, and this clearly used to be a two-bot. But since then, you see these calcifications and growths that have just kind of merged into this solid form. It's probably what that other like driver was prior that tossed that guy. And you see this thing currently just going ham on. I kind of can call it training dummies, but these statues trying out these different moves. You see it lash out this electric whip that arcs with purple lightning. You see it tear into a statue and just turn it to dust, basically, with just a massive punch. And then for another one, it opens this maw and lets out a beam through its mouth. And it stops. And you see in its chest, there's a clear like spot missing, right? There's like this kind of where that heart would be, but you can tell, like, you can kind of see into this hole that it does have its own heart, but it's missing something else. And its eyes, there's about like 80 feet of distance between you and it looks at you. And it looks at your summon. It says nothing. It just looks and stares, kind of like how Amp did before. And there's almost like this clear path between you and it. What do you do?
So kind of seeing it staring me and Zayden down, he'll look to James and just say, "Stay close." But he'll kind of like start walking, almost like he's gonna walk past this creature. Does it do anything as he gets closer?
It definitely does. It starts to step to meet you part way, not quite halfway, probably like 1/3 its, 2/3 yours. And as it does, you see like this part that's missing from it. It reaches that past that part and kind of takes something from itself, as if it's missing now a new piece, and it's holding it in its hands. And you realize as it's approaching, it's not quite going to you. It's going to Zayden.
Alarin will kind of like rest his hand on his hip, not quite by his holster, but very close to his holster, and he'll call out, "What are you doing?"
It doesn't really respond to you. It just goes to Zayden and offers this piece. It looks like it's some kind of mechanical piece in nature, but it's almost like this like pseudo heart. Just these mechanical bits whirring that seem to be carved from stone. You see Zro kind of just within it, this core within it. It's not quite like one of those hearts, but close enough. And it's offering it to your summon. And it's very clear, like, with how it took it out of itself, that very clearly this part used to be something connected to something else that it took for itself. And now it's offering again. Like it's trying to spread.
You see Alarin kind of looks a bit confused. It kind of looks over to Zayden and back to this creature and go, "What is that?" Zayden is with me. Address any questions to me.
Expand. Grow.
See Alarin kind of just shakes his head and goes, "Never seen anybody give anything away for free." Especially as he looks and clocks some of the Zero on it. Especially with Zero. You keep.
It turns to the other Dewbots and looks at them for a moment. Even Dust, but decides against it and looks once again to Zayden, and it goes, "There is more than con." And then closes its hand, puts it back in, and goes back to its what you might be able to put as training.
You see Lauren kind of pats Zayden on the back and goes, "We don't touch zero. Good job."
James is looking at you like, what the fuck? And last, as you finally enter in. Also, I want to just be direct. That guy's going to come up later as an enemy. You will fight that guy. You come across
Hey,
this
catch.
costume. Catch. That's the guy. You come across the Coliseum and you go inside and you're treated to these. You don't even walk into the stands. You walk into the arena. And it looks like you can go from the arena into the stands if you want it. But you see in the middle this. Again, I keep explaining it like this, but this doesn't look like it was any human, any Arkwin, any Mandaru, Mangazi, anything like that. It's vaguely humanoid in appearance. It has a single joint in all four limbs that lead into this like almost tape-like appendage. It has a body, an abdomen, hips, but its neck kind of just forms from its shoulders and leads up to a very tall point with a mouth. No lips, just teeth. I can't even call it quite creepy because it's not even gums. It just looks more like an alligator. And it speaks. It speaks quite fluently. And it goes, "Ah, lovely! We have our new contestants. Or perhaps you will wait and see and fight later instead." And I should specify, its face is kind of pointed upwards and its mouth opens kind of like this rather than like this. And as it speaks, it actually realizes this you not MKCs, and it actually introduces, newcomers. And in a more of a whisper tone, it says, "I am the voice of the hiss. I am the voice of the con. I am the voice of what they desire of their acolytes. Many don't quite make it to there, but you, all of you, can make for some good training for them, or perhaps good acolytes yourself." And then louder it goes, "We have new competitors. I assume you are here for those you have lost. We can arrange that. If you fight them and do not kill them, take them. They're yours. You've earned them. It is your might. If you kill them, so be it. Just show us what you have, what you got. And afterwards, you may come to me. If you kill them, I will answer a question each of you has. And perhaps that question will lead you to the truth of the con. But given your stares, I doubt it. Either way, it is the same thing I give to all those who've entered, like Arnold, who once asked us where the restroom is. And how do I kill the con? Each answer, now. Let the games begin. And that is where we'll end off.
Nice.
Next session, we'll have a bit of a stronger combat, and whether you pursue more combat will be up to you. However, it will give you some insight to the con's men, his philosophy. My dog is barking. I think it's picking up on my mic. And You will have your choices once you leave this place. For now, though, if we want to do it on air or off, good, bad, and party.
Perfect. What's your preference?
Honestly, I'm good to do it on air.
Okay.
I will pick on you first, Tegan, because you're the person directly next to me on my screen. The good, the bad, and the party.
Nice. So good. It was a fun comment on that. So it was kind of fun to get back into kind of seeing what our PCs could do, and we kind of headed off pretty strong on that. Also, like the standoff a bit with Saturn as well. Party. Yeah, it was just kind of the party. It was just cool to see everybody get back into the character, kind of start like picking back up with kind of where we were going with that too. Vorin with his gun, the gun dilemma was pretty fun on that side too. Bad. Wouldn't say bad per se, but it's been a while, so there's a lot going on and trying to catch up with what each faction is doing. Especially with some of the factions like crazy drug addicts, you're not exactly sure what they are doing, and you're trying to remember what you remember and all that does make it a little harder. But that's probably the worst, I would say.
All right, popcorn. Someone else.
I'll pick on Keith.
All right. So for the good, the gun is awesome. I'm so excited to see what happens there. Warren, kudos for not getting your heart eaten.
I had a feeling.
That'd
That'd be really mean GMing though. Like, oh, there's a really cool weapon. I reach out and grab it. You die.
I hope you had a backup prepared.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, here's the blank sheet in case you didn't.
Yeah, I actually just love all the unique mechanics. Besides the storytelling aspect of it, I think the unique mechanics are cool. I don't really have anything bad for the session. And for the party, I'm gonna say that we put that fight together. So the teamwork on that. So Kim will get in the map and the getting that together quick. That was kind of cool. So I'll give the party a kudos for that one.
I will as well. Thank you so much. I messed up on that one. I will fully admit.
Again, there's a lot of evils with AI, but it can be a useful tool, especially for stuff like this where you don't want to exert the hour, 2-3 hours it might take for you to make this versus clickety clack. Oh, look at what's that? I guess I'll just keep it rolling. Okay, good. It's good to get back into it. It's been a bit, but yeah, it's just good to get back into it. I missed you guys. It's been a while. Jeez. I appreciated the standoff with Big Jerky Robot, and I'm like, man, if you want to fight this guy, let's go. I'm into it. Let's get him. But it's okay. Maybe next time. And Cam is like such a silent, like he'll sneak up on you with how damn funny he is. Either it's on purpose or not. It still gets me when he's just a little eyeball of a jerk.
Are you calling me weak?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
He learns from the Minthara that raised him.
Yeah. No, and then all right, what's Amps doing? Let's see what happens. I'm like, all right, cool. It's a lot of interesting character moments, and then Lauren's permanent struggle with, man, I hate that stuff, but I love it so much. But it's terrible for you. but I fucking want it. So, and also, you gave me like the world's scariest bayonet. I'm gonna get you. It's eating your heart. Whoops. It's like, God, that's morbid as shit. Just anyway, let's see how that plays out. You can throw stats at me for whatever this thing does, or if that's all it does. If its only function is to eat hearts, that's cool too. We'll figure it out.
It's one of those things that if you want to feed the hearts you have gone from, like any of one of the upgrades you picked from here could have been like amped up by a heart. Basically, was my mental for this of like, do you want to go down the dark route for your character? You can feed the hearts to the gun that you guys have right now.
So Zayden does have one in his chest. It's not the same way that Amps has one in his chest. He is storing.
I don't know. I'm getting Looney Tunes with it in my head. I'm like, what if I set a little trap for an MKZ? You know, like a little sprinkle a little bit of Zero on it, and then like, oh, I'm gonna snort that, and they grab it, and then oh no, my heart, I've been consumed to feed the weapon. Yeah, it's a little Looney Tunes.
I do want to clarify. I personally don't imagine nor intended it to be like a bloody thing. More so like you reach into concrete mix or stone, take out this like cool ass heart. All right, the gun. Slurp.
Again, I know it's kind of a serious thing, but I hate that I'm almost imagining like Looney Tunes cartoon sounds.
I take that as a compliment of like on one end incredibly horrifying, on the other end Zral.
Zral, yummy in my tummy. Like what the shit, gun. So
yeah, I can go. So for good, I feel like I got a little bit more of a motivation for Cam figured out, which I'm excited about in terms of stopping the corporate authority from continuing to basically enslave Dubots and Mentharu, because he kind of went through that and doesn't want that to happen again. For bad, doing 2 damage in a combat and nothing else is kind of rough. But I mean, I had a 75% chance of taking out that guy with my magic missile, and didn't get it. That's still a
25% chance of not getting.
And then for the party, I feel like I'm liking a lot of the like little sort of inner party kind of conflicts that I'm seeing in terms of like everyone has different motivations and seeing how they play off of each other. It's kind of started to really show up in this session, which is cool. So, because Cam is kind of like all for the Dubots now and doesn't trust any of the cons people at all in any way. And now you got that gun and Amp has a thing in his chest, and it's like, well, they're starting to get corrupted by that. Maybe it's kind of how Cam sees it. So we'll see how that plays out. But Cam wants to see the Dubots and the colonies allied once all this is taken care of. And I can tell that that's not true of the rest of the party, so that'll be interesting.
From a character perspective, I totally like, man, that feels like a shitty thing to do. But I can see Voran being like, hey, can you set off that trap and see what happens? It felt like an honest to God, maybe I get a gun out of this. Maybe I get rid of
the dust. Like, and they're like, all right, dust, you go grab it. Well, if it works differently on Dubots.
Oh, we'll find
and
out.
Dust immediately being like, okay, let's fire this thing. I don't want this.
Yeah,
that's too much for me.
I'm worried that Dust is begrudgingly like my flavor of crazy. It's like, man, you're terrible. Why do we get along? Why do we get along so well? Why are you my ride or die? You want to strangle some people? Well, I want, you strangle them, and then I'll feed them. I'll feed the hearts. We're a team. we're a team, baby. Let's do this. Warren and Dust. 100 years of this shit. Let's go.
Briefly, I want to add to for this session. This session could have gone wildly different depending on your choices. So, I had it set up to where, like, if you decided to follow Saturn in, you could either fight with him or eventually, like, try and sit him down with William after all the fighting. And that's why I said, like, yeah, this could be a pretty roleplay session. Uh, or you could have fought Saturn and presented his head to William. Or the possibility of actually convincing Saturn to come with you to this horrible, horrible place.
Hey, Saturn, grab this gun.
Saturn, go ahead and take that gun. Alternatively, there was like, instead of going down here at all, like sticking mainly with the William estate, I had things prepared. But I'm glad we got this route because it also got me to be like, okay, here's some things that might help your characters to tempt you, but will also be a little bit of flavoring, like a little hint to what your enemies may be later on in this campaign.
I'm just loving the idea of, is that an MKZ? I'm a sniper. Bayonet charge, bitch.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the ranged character. You gone to melee? Well, my gun was hungry.
This poor little baby. God, Warren's gonna name that fucking gun.
Of course he is.
Again, this is the Chris kind of hit it with like, this gun, morally, ethically, a bad thing, but you can name him. You can name the gun, and you can feed the gun hearts.
Yeah, lover boy. It just feels right.
Damn, but he's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, he's a heartbreaker. He's a soul taker.
I'm sorry. That one really just fucked me up. But yeah, that's such a. We're finally back! Yippee!
Yeah.
And this is the end
Until next week.
of this session. Until next week.
Perfect. Well,
Also, Audition has the game after this that I'm really looking forward to now. Because every time I've tried to play Blades in the Dark or Draw Steel, every single time something has come up and I've not touched either of those systems yet. I've not been able to play. But now.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.